think you can handle the heat, Buster? Let's go to 300!
Silas, that's insane! You'll burn everything!
Silas, wait! That's too hot!
It's not hot enough. We need maximum heat.
The soufflé? It's enormous and it's ruined! We're doomed!
Well, stop running around and fix it!
Oh dear, oh me! Oh my! It's absolutely ruined! Run for your lives!
Get that door open, Buster! Right now! Don't just stand there, pull! Oh, the humanity! My beautiful whiskers are ruined!
Buster, look at the oven! It's everywhere!
Oh, Mom!
It's gonna blow! Run! This is the last time I trust your recipe, Silas.
It looked right in the book.
Look at you, covered in cream. This is highly unprofessional, Buster.
Another masterpiece completed!
It smells absolutely delicious.
Once upon a time, in a certain restaurant kitchen, there lived two cats. One was Buster, a huge, coal-black, good-natured chonk of a cat, round as an overripe watermelon. He wore a tiny chef's hat that was always slipping over his left ear, and he sincerely believed that the secret to any dish was adding extra butter and heartfelt warmth. The second was Silas, a skinny, snow-white rascal, white as fresh flour, with perpetually squinted green eyes. Silas absolutely hated cooking, but he loved managing the process, stealing the best morsels from the table, and blaming everything on the laws of physics. That day, the restaurant's head chef went on a break, leaving the cats with strict orders. Prepare their signature soufflé for an important food critic. Buster approached the task with all his massive soul. He whipped the cream gently, almost in a whisper, affectionately cooing, "Come on, my lovelies rise up like little clouds." Meanwhile, Silas sat on the top shelf, lazily dangling his tail and criticized. He claimed that Buster was whipping the cream at the wrong angle and completely ruining the bowl's aerodynamics. While the big guy blissfully closed his eyes, inhaling the aroma of vanilla, Silas swooped down from the shelf like lightning, licked off the thickest layer of foam, and returned to his perch, giving a satisfied hiccup. Buster opened his eyes, looked at the bowl, now a third empty. In surprise, scratched his hat with a paw, and sighed, "My goodness, dairy products evaporate so quickly in this kitchen." But the real culinary thriller began when it was time to bake. Buster carefully placed the pan in the oven, sat right on the floor in front of the glass door, and began to hypnotize the soufflé with his gaze, purring softly in anticipation. Silas realized that if the soufflé turned out perfect, only Buster would get the praise. His ego simply couldn't handle that. The white rascal stealthily crept up to the oven's control panel. His eyes flashed with malice. Without any hesitation or cover-up, Silas deliberately raised his heavy paw and firmly, with force, cranked the temperature knob all the way to the maximum. Inside, the oven rumbled menacingly. Within seconds, the soufflé puffed up to the size of a soccer ball and began to turn suspiciously dark. Buster sounded the alarm. He ran around the stove, waddling comically from side to side, and screamed, "Silas, save me, it's going to explode. My masterpiece. My baby." Silas realized that things were getting hot, literally. To protect his snow-white fur from flying splatters and a potential explosion, he swiftly grabbed a thick waffle-weave dish towel from the table and wrapped it entirely around his head, leaving only a narrow slit for his cunning eyes. Donning this makeshift blast suit, he shouted, "Don't panic. I'm taking control of this crisis. Open the door on my command." The chonk obediently yanked the oven door open. What was bound to happen happened. The gigantic, overheated soufflé let out a loud, wet pfff, and spectacularly blasted all over the kitchen. A second later, silence fell. Buster sat on the floor, completely covered in sweet white foam. Only his pink nose and sad eyes poked out of the cloud of cream. Silas, who had barricaded himself with the towel just in time and managed to duck behind a pot, threw off the soiled cloth. His long white tail and ears were still splattered with confectionery blobs, but the towel had taken the brunt of the blow. The cunning white cat crawled out of his hiding place, fastidiously shook a drop of cream from his paw, tasted it, and, looking at his miserable partner, authoritatively declared, "Well, what did I tell you? Not enough sugar. Redo it, I'll go take a nap." Buster just exhaled loudly, blowing a soapy bubble of cream from his nose, and reached for a fresh block of butter. The show must go some.